The procedures that I've had done at the Michigan Cosmetic Surgery Center are, where do I start? I've had liposuction going back about 10 years. The first time I had it done was on my hips, like all the way, you know, like the muffin top, the little love handles, gone. I've also had inner thigh. I've had upper arms, you know, like when your upper arms wave goodbye when you do. I had it done on that because I was really self-conscious about that. Back fat. That was probably one of my favorite ones, was getting like the back fat done, because so many women put on bras, you know, and you've got, in your bra lines, you've got these big rolls of fat. So I had the back fat done, which was a really cool one. Well, I heard about Dr. Michael Gray because I worked on the radio, and, you know, I've heard him on radio stations, and so that's why I think he was, when I thought about getting a procedure done, he was the very first name that came to my mind. When I first came to the Michigan Cosmetic Surgery Center, I got to tell you, one of the very first things that I really liked, first impressions are so important. And when you walk in, the girls who work here, you know, there's Barb and Dolores and Viola, you know, and Margot. I could name them all, because they treat you like your family. And like they're your sisters. And what was really cool, I'll never forget, the first day that I actually, you know, set up the appointment and came in for my appointment, you're nervous. You're really, really nervous. And they sat there and they told me exactly what to expect. And really, because they've been through it. You know, when you work here, you have the opportunity to get some of the procedures done. And it's different somebody telling you something who's never been through it. But when somebody's been through it, you know exactly what to expect. And it was so comforting to me hearing them tell me, this is what's going to happen, and this is what you want to do, and this is how you'll feel. And it was really, really comforting to me. Really, they're like a family. The girls have been here for years. I mean, people who were here the first time I came here almost 12 years ago are still working here. And that's a really good sign. I thought I would be literally bedridden for a couple days, but I wasn't. I think I might have been moving around too much. I mean, I was still walking around the house folding clothes and cooking meals, and you're not, the first 24 hours, to be honest, are like the most uncomfortable, but it's not that uncomfortable. I call it leaking. You know, you kind of leave here, when you leave, you have dressings on you, because, and I like that because there's no stitches and there's no, there's no scarring. When you leave, when they liquefy the fat and they drain it out of you, you're left with just a little tiny puncture. And those, they heal right up within 24 hours. You stop your, drainage, so to speak. And to be honest, after that first 24 hours, it's amazing to people. I've actually, I remember going to a Christmas party, 48 hours later, and taking some of the girls in the ladies' room and saying, look, and pulling up my shirt and showing these people, and because I was so amazed that in that short amount of a time after the procedure, I was back up. I mean, all of my procedures I've had done on a Friday when I left work, and I was back at work on Monday. I've never taken a day off of work because I had a procedure done with Dr. Gray. I can honestly say that Dr. Gray has helped to boost my self-confidence and made me feel better about the way I look, absolutely.